Good morning. Welcome again to our channel. Today we're going to continue on our tutorial series on writing dissertation and thesis papers. From the last video, you now know how to insert an automatic table of contents, and also you know how to do page formatting using both Roman and Arabic numerals. Today I'll be showing you something else, and it's about Mendeley citation. I have this demo document that I'm going to use for this purpose. If you are using Microsoft Word, first you need to install the plug-in, the Mendeley plug-in, and then you have to create an account on the Elsevier Mendeley server. So I'll start with the Mendeley server here. So if you go online and you type Mendeley into Google, it will give you something like this. Then you will have to enter your email address, and you can see this instruction here. If you don't have an account, you will be asked to register. But I already have an account, but I'm using a different browser just to show you this welcome page. So if you register, you will have something like this. Mendeley. Yes, so this is my own account, for example, and I have several items here. So what's important first, if you have created your account, it's just simple. If you already have an account, quickly click create collection. You can type the name, maybe video demo. Okay, and you select. So once you do this, you see you now have an account there. So you click open. Now no references. If you want to add papers, just scroll back up and click add references, import files, folders, library, or what have you. But in this case, let's use import library, or import files, from your computer. So from here, you can now just browse to the containing folders, maybe your download folders, or you could just from the folder itself drag and drop. If I pick any PDF from here, for example, and then I come to the site and you drop, it will automatically upload. So that's about that. So if you're through with the collection and you do not need it anymore, you can just come here. Once you hover your mouse over it, you see the three dots here, the menu option. Then just click delete collection. Once you delete, you can just confirm, and then the warning is there. So that's gone. The next thing you want to do is to download or install the browser plugin. You can see here on my system, this is Chrome browser, and I have the Mendeley plugin. So if I have a particular article, for example, let me come to this browser. With the browser plugin installed, you can directly already access the PDF also. So you can see now that I have view PDF, and then I have this. So with this, I can directly capture information about this paper to the Mendeley web importer. Yes, that's the right word. There's the web importer, that is the plugin for the browser. So do you have an account? Yes. So I'll just click sign in. Okay. Because I already have an account, and I just clicked sign in and it signed in automatically. So you can see now that the paper that is here, the web importer automatically picked it. So African anti-malaria medicinal plants, down, up to this, view PDF and all the details. Then you see, I showed you just now how to create collection. If you click this drop down arrow, you will see all your collections. That is all this you have previously, like folders, you can use that word. So you can decide to say, no, I don't want it in this other folder, I want it here. So I can click this one, for example, and then that will change the folder. We're showing +1 here now. I don't know why it's doing that, but ordinarily it's supposed to select the folder I want. But that's about that. Then once you do that, just click add. Automatically, Mendeley grabs all the information about that manuscript, about the article, into your folder. So that is another approach for adding papers to your collection. The first one I showed you is to use the upload, browsing to a directory where you have local files already. You can also use this one. Another beautiful thing about this web importer is, assuming you want to cite a web page or a web report or something, let's type something like, okay, something like this, for example. I want a web page. Okay, let's see this, for example. Yes, assume this is useful information for scientific writing, and then we want to save it. You could use this same web importer. Then now it's asking me to sign in again. All right, I'm automatically in. A bit slow, so you can see already that it has already grabbed the content. But after selecting this here, what you will need to do is go back to the Mendeley, the software, and then indicate that this is a web page, so that all this information can be properly captured as such. Indicate that it's a web page. I will come to that. I also have to show you how to do that one. So once you click add, and you select here, you see add is activated. If you uncheck, it means it will not pick it. So the information required is the title, the website, date it was accessed, automatically they are captured, and then you can add, but I will not be adding because I do not need it. Okay, now after grabbing the information directly from the web importer into your collection, you see now I can come here to say information about. I picked this one because it's a web page I previously saved into my working directory. I will just simply say here change. So depending on the type of material, a bill, book section, so that it can be properly formatted using whatever referencing style you choose to work with. So in this case, web page. If it were a journal article, you also come here and click journal article. Okay, we'll close this one. Then we can check another one just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take this for example. Double click. Yes, now you can see it's loading the PDF content. Here you have the information about the paper. Here you can click here. You see now journal article. So if it's a magazine, encyclopedia article, whatever it is, you just select. But this will take a time to download because or take some time rather because of the network connectivity. So for those of us who are used to the other desktop app, Mendeley desktop app, you recall that it's exactly the same thing. You have to come to this section and cross-check because there may be errors in some cases, especially the older papers. So you have to ensure that, okay, the names here align with what you have here. So Scott A. McCallum, confirm that. You confirm all of them. And then once that is done, key information, sorry. The year, you check 2000, the volume, okay, month is not really too much of a problem now. Date of publication, okay, if it's available, it will be there, but if not, it may not be published. You can leave that one blank. But what's important is the name of the journal, the pages, the volume, and then here abstract, URL. I think there should be space for DOI. Yes, that's the DOI. So all of these you have to cross-check to ensure that, and I advise all the time, and you take the pain to check one by one to ensure accuracy. Okay, now that we have sorted that out, we now want to look at how to use the website that says Mendeley Cite. So here, add in, if you are a first-time user, you may not see your own like this. So you will come here and you type Mendeley, and then it will come up like this. So I have already installed mine. I have logged in. So once you click it here and you install the add-in, what you will do is follow the prompts and then use the same login details that you used to create the Mendeley account I showed you just now. Then once you have done it, it becomes active. Okay, now I have not logged in through this platform for a while. So I'll just click restart and then boom, it comes up. So once it's up, all you now need to do is just locate where you want to enter that particular citation. For example, I want to put these two articles, African Medicinal and this in this particular point. Create a space, just select this. It may not be two audit, maybe three, maybe four. No problem. Just do that and then come down and say insert and reposition this one. Insert two citations and watch what happens here. Automatically, it has been captured. So African anti-malaria, you can see there's already an issue with this one. Good. So we need to go back online and edit this one and see how it will work when we come back to this. I'm happy this came up so that it can be a useful guide. Yes, on the online page, when you double click to open the full PDF, don't get confused. Once you come back here, just click this button here, library. So if you click library, it pulls up your working interface again. So you can easily now manipulate and go navigate and go to where you want to get what you need. So we are trying to correct one information in a document just now. I will try to navigate to it and then we will correct it together. To locate the article we're talking about just now, I just used the search bar here. I typed a keyword, bibliometric, and you can already see that it's here. So you see why the names didn't come up just now, because there's no name, no year, just title. So you have to represent the title there. All right, and currently the file is not available here because we didn't finish that download just now. But not to worry, we can continue from here now. Double click it, and then we have it here. We can either do one of two things now. We go back and populate this particular page with the raw file, or provide all the information about the author. It's supposed to grab this automatically, but I think this should be as a result of journal restrictions. But we can actually correct if you wish. Type all of them and then year and what have you. But I have this this article. I'll go to my download folder and just populate it. So I have uploaded it and now we have it here. So deliberately I had to do it twice just to bring out, and I uploaded some other papers twice or thrice just to have this thing show you duplicates. But you know, sometimes depending on your work, you may need to put different, instead of looking for one material in different folders. But it just depends on what works for you. If you can track them wherever they are, fine. But in my case, as I am reading for a particular write-up, the materials I know I need, even though I already have them, I put them in my working folder so that I can track all of them easily when I am now citing the sources of what I am doing. So in this case, we wanted to correct this, right? So we can close this one for now. Let's come back to our this page, the library. So library or references, then we have, look at it. So this one that came from the, oh sorry, I need to check for it properly now. African medicinal plants, okay, that's it, yeah. So this one that came, it could not automatically get the information online, mostly due to network problems, but let's all access. So let's deleting from here is not a problem. Once you highlight, you can delete. But our focus now is to correct the manuscript we are using. So now we have the full information here because I uploaded the raw material. Then you can now check the names are there. You want to see if all the names presented are correct. The year, then down to the journal, the pages, the volume number. I think then what's most important now is the DOI. So once you have all of these set, you can now go back to your, this is the manuscript, the article. So we can come back to our work now. So simply we just delete this. And then we insert again. So now we have this now, and then let's get another paper to join or references. That's more like repetition now. Okay, for now let's insert one. Then we can go further down. I want to see if we can add something. So here, these are my collections I told you earlier, same as what you have online. Let's pick something like this, for example. Now, these are all articles in that particular folder. So I can just come somewhere here. Okay, after this full stop, let's pick this one. We can pick this. Okay, let's pick them individually to show you how to combine them. Insert this one citation. And then maybe after that, I have another citation to insert. Let's say insert this citation. So we can insert the second one. Now they are showing two together. So I want to try to now merge them. So unlike a Mendeley desktop app, this one does not have a dedicated merge function. So if I want to add a second one, I will just come here, for example, and then inside the same this thing, I'll use the insert. Let's insert the second one. So you see now I now have Mendonca and Farahana. So just click. Once I click this one, I see they are now two. I'll click Save Changes. So once I do, automatically it will edit itself, and you see that the F is coming before, because depending on the style you're working with, the F is coming on before the M. So that's a simple way to go around the merge function, which is available in the desktop app that is not available here. So once you have done all of this, you have 3, you have 2, you have 1. But the interesting thing is, at the end of the day, all the materials used for your in-text citations, you have them automatically listed in here. And then you just come down to your reference section. Let's do something here so that it is populated afresh. Enter. From what we put our cursor, you can type references. And then I'll just try this because I already have references somewhere. And I'll come to insert bibliography. I don't know how to resize this. It's supposed to be this menu button here. That's, you can see it's covering it a bit. I don't know why it's doing that. But from this edge, just click. There's a small button here. For this other recycle button here, beside the sync, So if you upload a new material to the library online, you sync for it to work and update the articles already in your working interface. So here you just click insert bibliography. So automatically all bibliography will be inserted at your cursor location. Just click continue. So once you do that, you see that it's automatically uploaded. Oh, my bad. I think yes, these are the ones I just brought in just now. So I can always easily go up and then reposition the heading references. Control B, and then there you have it. At its one out. So if you had 50 references cited in text like that, as I've shown you, it will all appear like this. Then you can now go to citation settings and say, okay, I don't want APA style 7th edition. I want something else. So you can click change and you choose any one you want. You can add a custom style. You can search on that style online. So you click, it will give you the option. Maybe I want, what do you call it now? Vancouver. So as you type, it will be searching and giving you information on the type. So these are different variants of the Vancouver referencing style. So you just choose the one you want to work with and then you are good to go. So that's about it. I hope you find this video again useful and I wish you all the best in your dissertation and thesis writing.